Okay, so one, if you're able to do these two sheets, the rest is just only what do you say? Rest is just a follow through. So resources, what kind of resources do I need? So for example, like I did for them a small recipe. What if you want to make a coffee? How much do you think you're gonna use? You may have some wastage factor. You may have, what is the cost of your recipe going to be like, right? Whatever product you are going to serve, you need to see what are the ingredients that you need for that particular product, so that you can see. Yeah, cost of goods sold. So cost of goods sold, you need actually the recipe. And then you can say, okay, what else, what kind of resources do I need? What kind of chef I need? Do I need support staff? Do I need cashier? Do I need surveys, operation manager? Depend on how many I can serve, how many I want to serve. So this is not based on what I have. This is depend on what I want to serve. How many total I would need actually. So we don't always do with what we have, what we want to do. Correct? And then what are the other expenses? So here I say, okay, rental, how many spaces I will have, printing and stationery. So we said, okay, what is the relationship between the customer and my expense? So printing and stationery, cleaning and supply, amenities, per customer, per cover, per customer, sir, how much I am expected to spend. And then that becomes a very easy basis for me to define what will be my operating budget in the future. And the equipments, what sort of equipments do I need in year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. So we make a 5-year plan to see what type of equipment do I need based on how many customer I'm going to serve. Correct? So here, as an example, I show them to make a coffee, and we are making coffee and bread for each year, right? And the number is growing, and the equipments has a capacity crunch, right? Some equipments maybe they have a different capacity. Baking hours, coffee machine has a different capacity. So if my capacity increase, means I may need more machines in the future. When I need more machines, I may need to improve the capacity. Correct? So what is if let's say you have to increase your capacity in 1 year, 2 years, and the life of coffee machine is 5 years, you may as well buy the higher capacity in the beginning. But if you need to increase capacity only after 5 years, and the life of your current equipment is also 5 years, then you can buy the lower capacity. Correct? It depends on what is the situation. So these all we left blank, and we play around in the class. So I'm just showing you this so that you can, and I'm going to share with you also, you can play around. Yeah, we have to put a depreciation also. So that, and then finally we make a cash flow. Okay, now what is my cash flow? What is my working capital requirements? What is my, how much money do I need? Do I need money from the operations? Do I need money from financing? Do I need money for investment? What do I need actually? How I'm going to use my money in the next 5 years? So there, if I use this to anybody, it's clearer. The picture is very clear. For 5 years, this is what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it, and what I will do it. Correct? So now it's very clear. Resources, now we have covered cash, we have covered our income, we covered our equipments, we covered our other expenses, we covered our manning, what kind of manning I need for next 5 years, and we did our revenue, we did how many customers I'm gonna have, right? This is the fundamental, the skeleton, but you don't have a meat yet. The meat means your write-up, how you're going to explain it to your investor, because showing the screen is not going to be, showing the number is not going to be helpful, right? So for that, yeah, so this all the other expenses, you put all in other expenses. So we have, this is something which we will give you, I will pass it on to you also. is the components of a business plan. Usually this is what you need in a business plan. Executive summary, 2 to 3 pages, and then after that you need details for opportunity, more details about problems, worth solutioning, and then what kind of solutions you want, what is your target market, what is your competition, currently alternatives, your advantage, execution, how will you execute this idea, your marketing sales plan, sales plan, then your operations, location, facilities, technology, equipments and tools. You see in the Excel file we have already done this, right? What you need to do is, now you just need to copy paste this thing and write up, okay, in the year 1 we will buy this because of this, then next year we're gonna buy this because of our capacity continue to increase. Once you do this exercise, then creating the technology, operating equipments, all are simple. You just need to fill up the blanks in a standard template, very easy. Milestones, you already have milestones in your milestone table, right? Year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, how many customers I will be able to achieve, what will be the production I will be able to do, what kind of equipment do I need, what kind of cash I will be able to generate. So you always have everything clearly. The last segment is not very difficult. The company is not very difficult. As what is your company, how you gonna do the legal structure, who will be your team members, management team, advisors, correct? And then you have financial plan, your forecast, same things, just copy paste, make assumptions. So here we have assumptions column. In each segment we are making these shaded ones are all our assumptions, right? How many customers we will have, how much we think we're gonna have a conversion ratio, how much we think our customer will increase, that's also our assumptions, correct? How many times they will come back to us each and every time, how much they will spend with us, that's all assumptions, right? We don't have any golden globe to see actual, they're all our assumptions. We make our assumptions, so we need to clarify this is what we assume. And when next year you are going to the next year, this financial plan will become your milestone to compare your performance. What did we assume and what is the reality, right? And next year when you have actual terms, what you should do if there is a variance, come back here and adjust it.
We got to go and then acquire and make a sales call. So that cost for the logistic and transportation will be included in the
marketing cost. That is marketing cost, not operational cost. Operation cost is different, marketing is different, and you have to clearly identify both. Because if you include this traveling into the operational cost, then anybody will say your operation is not profitable. But that actually is not true. Your operation can be very profitable, but it may not be at the moment profitable because you are spending a lot of money on marketing, on research, on development, correct? Remember your P&L, you are making losses at the moment. But does it mean that you are making losses because of your operation or because of your research and development and marketing activities or consumer activities, correct? So you need to clarify what actually you are doing. Your operations may be profitable, but because of your marketing activities, you are still making losses for acquiring the consumers, right? And those are not, once you have customer, you don't need to continue to spend in marketing activities all the same or at the same level. You may scale it down while your operation will continue to rise, right? So then it will be easier for you to say, okay, my next 5 years I will have more operational income, less marketing cost, so I will make profits, correct? So identifying these two is essential, because one is going to repeat all the time, one is going to scale down at some point of time.
The sales commissions to the same person.
No, that's not marketing.
That's operational.
That's operational because that's you are actually generating the revenue, and depends on the revenue, right? It's not fixed, so that becomes your operational cost. If cost of doing the business, not the fixed marketing cost, and that will still remain there even if you don't do any marketing, right? Because you still have to pay commission whenever there is a sale, so that becomes your operational cost. Okay, and then financing. What kind of financing you will use? Your use of funds and your source of funds. Right? So your source of funds can be your own business generated cash, your loans, your friends' loans, your investors. In the future, because investors want to know, once you invested from them now, do you need more money in the future? And how do you intend to acquire it? Correct? Because that's become your dilution. If you invest money from the investor now and then you need another money in the future, investor need to know about it.